Hey guys, Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's video, we're going to be checking out Fast and Furious Crossroads, which is a game that I was really looking forward to getting my hands on, and even though Bandai Namco Entertainment America is the sponsor of this video, even if they weren't sponsoring, this is a game that I was super excited about. Because I obviously love the Fast and Furious movie franchise. I've seen just about every one. I mean, who honestly doesn't love Fast and Furious? And so when this game came out, I was like, I've got to check this out. This sounds really cool. And so today, I'm going to be going over what sort of the gameplay looks like, what you can expect if you play the title, and a whole lot more. So to give you a quick overview of what this game is about, Fast and Furious Crossroads essentially puts us, the players, in the driver's seat of a non-stop cinematic style action that you would come to expect and love from the Fast and Furious franchise. So essentially, you're like playing a Fast and Furious movie, which is really cool. And the game is packed with gadgets and death-defying heists and iconic vehicles. So right off the bat, I'm assuming a lot of you guys that are watching this video are huge fans of Grand Theft Auto. You've got all of that here. You've got gadgets, death-defying heists, iconic vehicles, and it's going to offer you that same third-person sort of vehicle racing experience that you've come to know and love. Now, Fast and Furious Crossroads is available on PS4, Xbox One, and PC. I am playing this on PC, and my experience was awesome. I was able to play this in 2K, 60 FPS. It was rocking. Now, as I mentioned earlier, there are a ton of playable and recognizable characters from the films. From the crew, you'll be able to play as Dom, Letty, Roman, Vienna, Cam, and Sebastian. And from the villains, you've got Ormstrad, Salome, and Kai. So lots of recognizable, playable characters that you've probably seen on the big screen over the last couple of years. And alongside the exciting story-driven experience, there is a unprecedented three-way multiplayer mode that we'll get into in a little bit. But a little bit more about Fast and Furious Crossroads. The story mode expands the Fast and Furious universe. So if you've watched all the movies, you're going to recognize a ton of characters that are returning, like Vin Diesel and Michelle Rodriguez and Tyrese Gibson, representing their roles as Dom, Letty, and Roman, just like in the films, and an action-packed adventure set across stunning global locations, including Athens, Barcelona, and Morocco. So you're going to get these stunning real-life places to drive all these incredibly fast cars and interact with characters that you've probably been watching on the big screen for decades now, which is so cool to finally be able to play as them. So the story mode is awesome. I certainly don't want to spoil the entire plot, but it sucks you in immediately, and I had a lot of fun with the first 4 or 5 missions that I got into, and it's really, really addicting. That's the thing. Because it's cinematic mixed with your own racing, you go from you controlling to a movie in an instant. So it's really cool, and it keeps you interested for sure. Now, talking about the multiplayer, which is something I was really looking forward to here. You can get online with friends and foes alike for revolutionary 3-faction, team-based cops versus villains versus heroes, and vehicular action and high-stake missions. So I really like this style of multiplayer because it's basically 3v3v3, so it keeps things nice and compact. You're always going to be in the action, but you're not going to be overwhelmed with a bunch of people just randomly driving and crashing into each other. So it does keep things nice and compact. Every player knows their role, whether they're on the cops, villains, or heroes, and each one obviously has different objectives. Now, all sorts of things like team composition, car types, and gadgets will make the difference between riding high or falling hard, so make sure you have the perfect crew. So that's another thing we'll talk about as we go on a little bit more. But you're going to want to try and play this with friends if possible. Obviously, the better communication and chemistry you have, the better you're going to do. Now, there's a couple of different game modes for multiplayer. The first is Rescue. So the objective for the villains is to get the item to their destination before the heroes can recover it. But meanwhile, the cops don't care who's a hero or a villain. Their job is just to stop both crews. So it's really fun to see the different dynamics there. The next mode is Seek and Destroy, where the villains have a really easy job. They just have to protect their target by any means. But the heroes must find and attack the target and bring the health down to 0 any way they can. And again, the cops are trying to stop both crews. And then APB, where you've got one destination but two crews. Villains and heroes must reach a given destination first any way that they can, and the cops, again, must stop both crews from getting to the destination by bringing villains and heroes down alike. So all three game modes have their differences and their similarities. Similarities being like you've got the villains versus the heroes, usually facing off versus each other, and the cops are kind of like the neutral guys, the vigilantes. They like just want to stop everyone. So it's really fun when you like switch it up and you go about creating the different roles. Now, like I mentioned earlier, you want to do this with a crew. Now, although all the game modes are designed to work solo, they are best with your friends and family. So you want to get factions set up. So for heroes, you can get your crew together and prevent the villains from fulfilling their mission while avoiding getting arrested by the cops. And sometimes, in order to win, you'll need to help out your rival. Now, if you're a villain, you obviously want to try and stop the heroes, but the cops are going to try and take you down as well. So you've got to keep an eye on both your rivals and the cops. And the cop gameplay revolves around the compliance of busting up members of both opposing factions. So it's takedown time, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't be surprised if villains and heroes come together to hinder your progress entirely. Now, overall, what's my opinion on Fast and Furious Crossroads? I'm a big fan. I love going from like movie to like being in the driver's seat. Like 1 second I'm sitting back in my chair, the other I'm like leaning forward because I'm in this insane race where I have to finish first. If not, like it's going to be bad news for everyone. And because I know a lot of you guys are Grand Theft Auto fans, obviously watching this video, you are going to enjoy the gameplay tremendously. In fact, it'll probably give you a leg up on other players that might be jumping into this for the first time. So if you play GTA Online, Grand Theft Auto 5 single player, you're probably going to have a lot of success jumping into the multiplayer, and you're certainly going to be able to run through the campaign. You'll probably be like crushing all the trophies and achievements and rewards that you can get along the way. So I really enjoyed it. You guys should as well. If you want to learn more about the game, you can head to fastandfuriouscrossroads.com. I'll leave a link to that in the description. Again, thanks to Bandai Namco Entertainment America for sponsoring this video. And of course, I would love to hear from you guys in the comments down below. What do you think of Fast and Furious Crossroads? If you guys have the game, let me know what you think of it. If you don't have the game, are you going to be getting it? And if so, what system are you going to be playing on? PS4, Xbox, or PC? If you're playing on PC, let me know because I definitely need some crew members to run some multiplayer modes with. I am not the best. I have a ton of fun, so I need some good guys to actually play with. So you can let me know what you think and where you're playing in the comments down below. If you guys did go to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new, or you want to stay up to date on all the latest videos that I'm doing here on my channel, just like this one. And be sure to ring that notification bell as well. Sometimes YouTube just doesn't work, and if you ring that bell, you'll always be guaranteed to be notified when new videos arrive. But of course, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.